Most people quit right before their life is about to change. They never realize it. That moment doesn't come after a year. It doesn't come after 6 months. It comes exactly 7 days after you start. Nothing breaks. Nothing goes wrong. There's no disaster. Something invisible inside your brain just shuts off. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that is, why it happens to almost everyone in 2026, and how a small group of people quietly escape this cycle for good. But be careful. Once you understand this, you won't be able to unsee it.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how strong you feel at the beginning? A new workout, a new routine, a new business idea. Day 1 feels powerful. Day 3 feels hopeful. By day 7, everything feels heavier. The alarm feels louder. The work feels pointless. And without failing, without deciding, you stop. You tell yourself, I'll restart tomorrow. But tomorrow quietly becomes next week, and next week becomes another regret. If this sounds familiar, nothing is wrong with you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're reacting exactly the way a modern human brain does in 2026. Let me explain this through a real story. There was a guy named Alex, smart, ambitious, not average. Every January, Alex promised himself this time would be different. He joined the gym, woke up early, ate clean, and worked harder than ever. For 1 week, he felt unstoppable. Then one morning, the alarm went off. Alex stared at the ceiling. Nothing hurt. Nothing was wrong. There was no excuse. Just one quiet thought. What's the point? Have you ever felt that moment where nothing is stopping you, yet you don't move? Alex skipped that morning just once, and something dangerous happened. He didn't feel guilty. He felt relieved. Without realizing it, his brain learned something powerful. Quitting equals safety. Here's the psychology most people don't understand. Motivation is not discipline. It's chemistry. When you start something new, your brain releases dopamine, not because you're making progress, but because it's new. A new plan, a new identity, a new future to imagine. But dopamine has an expiration date. For most people, it lasts 5 to 7 days. After that, your brain stops paying you. Not because the goal is bad, not because you failed, but because novelty is gone. This is why motivation always dies at the same time. And this is why social media motivation doesn't work anymore in 2026. Your brain has adapted. It wants results without discomfort. And when it doesn't get them fast, it pulls the plug. Here's where most people make the fatal mistake. When motivation fades, they assume the goal is wrong, so they switch. New routine, new system, new identity. Each restart feels hopeful, but every quit trains the brain to escape discomfort faster. This is why consistency feels impossible now. You've unknowingly trained your brain to quit. Alex did the same thing until he learned one uncomfortable truth. Motivation doesn't create consistency. Identity does. Your brain doesn't ask, what do I feel like doing today? It asks, who am I? And then it acts accordingly. People who stay consistent don't feel more motivated than you. They've simply removed negotiation. They decided who they are before emotions entered the room. Alex stopped saying, I'm trying to work out. He started saying, I'm someone who trains. That sounds small, but psychologically, it changes everything. Because now quitting isn't an option, it's an identity threat. But identity alone isn't enough in the modern world. In 2026, you're distracted. Your phone never sleeps. Your attention is constantly under attack. Your energy is fragmented. So Alex added one more rule. Fixed time, non-negotiable. Same hour, every day. Not because he loved mornings, but because decision-making was killing him. Every choice drains mental energy. When will I do it? Later or now? Morning or night? By removing time as a variable, he removed debate. At first, his body resisted. That's normal. Then something strange happened. By week 2, his body started waking up before the alarm. By week 3, action happened before thought. That's when discipline stopped feeling like effort. But there was still one last enemy. Life. Bad days. travel, stress, sickness. This is where most systems collapse. Alex used to think, if I can't do it perfectly, why do it at all? That belief had destroyed every habit he ever tried. So he replaced it with one rule: no gaps. Not perfect, just continuous. Bad day? Do the minimum. Traveling? Adjust, don't stop. Sick? Reduce, don't quit. Psychologically, this matters more than intensity, because gaps reactivate your old identity. Consistency isn't about doing a lot, it's about not breaking the chain. By day 60, something changed. Alex no longer needed motivation. Action felt automatic. His friends noticed. Some felt uncomfortable. Others said he was obsessed. That's a sign you're changing. Because when you stop negotiating with yourself, your discipline exposes other people's excuses. Here's the truth most people never hear.